This remind me back in them old school days. Some of y'all don't know what that is. What up, though, Detroit? This is the Quarantine Live with Dre and Roz, and you know what it is. Miss Roz, get them something.
Good evening, everyone. We are happy to have you here with us at WJZZ Cool TV.
So, we gonna get started with this night, man, and I really wish that I was around doing some of these dances that they used to do with some of the new dance show days, cause that's what I'm really feeling like.
Yeah, we're not gonna throw that out there because I was on New Dance Show too.
Say what?
Yeah, that's how old I am. Yeah, so remember they had the high school version of New Dance Show. Yes, we did that roundabout in Persian. Got to give a shout out, class of
I remember
'94.
all that, but I don't remember you being a part of the new dance show.
It was the high school version. You remember they started out in the actual suburbs, and then my best friend Jermaine Moore, got to give you acknowledgement, sir, put a letter and said, "I think you should do the Detroit high schools." And Persian was the first Detroit high school to be on the New Dance Show.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, we are finding out more and more history on this show. I did not know that she was doing anything like that.
Yeah.
And it was this one guy that I just didn't know what the hell he was doing on the new dance show. I thought he was going to break his neck every night. But he obviously survived because he would make it back every week.
Every week.
But anyway, on
Little Detroit history.
October 30th, 2020, 4 days away, and I'm sorry. It is so cliche for people to say this is an election of a lifetime, but shit, I'm 30 something years old. This is one of the most important elections of my lifetime.
It is.
And
It is.
considering I look back at it, I've had Reagan in my life, Bush Sr. in my life, Bill Clinton twice in my life, Bush Jr. twice in my life, Obama in my life twice, and now we got this guy. Shit.
Yeah, we can't have him twice.
No way, shape, form, or fashion.
No.
But before I even start ragging on Donald Trump, I want to rag on you bastards in Detroit. Again, we have somehow, some way thought that just shooting recklessly as fuck, recklessly,
Uh-uh.
was the way to go. You bastards killed another baby,
Yeah.
7 years old. Just a few weeks ago, we just buried a 6-year-old. What the hell is wrong with y'all? You want to talk about Donald Trump, Joe Biden? Fix your fucking self first. Think about that. You want to go out here and kill somebody? At least hit the fucking target. And excuse me for my language, but I'm sorry. I don't play when it comes to killing innocent fucking children. And I'm not going to bullshit myself tonight. Cut it out. There has got to come to a point to where you ignorant ass assholes figure out what you plan on doing, hit who the fuck you plan on hitting. If that's just what you got to do, leave these damn babies out of it.
Yes.
And for all you people that's sitting back there harboring these motherfuckers, fuck you too.
Turn him in right now.
Because I really think you're a piece of shit, and I think you should go down with them. There's no way this baby should be dead. I'm not going to mix words.
None.
You can get offended. You can kiss my ass. Do your due diligence and turn these fucking people in that continue to kill these babies. That's innocent. That guess what? I don't think we've had a presidential nominee from Detroit. But the way you bastards out here just shooting to be shooting because you bored, fuck off. Kill yourself. Go jump in a river.
It's horrible.
A lot of us can't swim. Go do that. I'm not going to tolerate it. But anyway, let's get to Donald Trump. Matter of fact, we don't even have to get to Donald Trump. There's so much going on.
So much going on. So much going on.
And excuse me for offending some of you people, but when it comes to babies, I don't give a shit. Don't do it. I got
So
a problem
much
with
going
that.
on.
You want to
So
talk
much
about
going
not snitching, but babies out here dying? Kiss my ass. But anyway, you got Supreme Courts in different states saying, guess what? If your ballot hit me at a certain time, your shit don't count. I mean, your vote. See, I'm still turned up. I'm sorry.
Turned out.
Your
Don't count.
your
It
vote
don't
don't
count.
count.
It's Friday night, and we going to 9:30.
Let's see. You got Minnesota that just dropped something like that.
Okay.
I think Pennsylvania has an issue like that. My thing is this: when did elections get to a point to where all ballots don't count? Because if you don't count my ballot and I'm running for a Senate race, if you don't count my ballot and I'm on a proposal that either I want or I don't want,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't count my ballot because I'm a congressional candidate,
Yeah. Yes.
it's not just that you're just disqualifying the presidency, you're disqualifying a bunch of different races.
Absolutely. It's very intentional. Also.
So when you have these people doing that, they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They know who they disqualifying.
Mm-hmm.
They know what they can and can't do.
Yes, they do.
But you got a guy like Clarence Thomas. Look like a bunch of people I'm talking to tonight. Just nice brown skin. You know, big bell pepper Michael nose and everything.
Don't go there. We cannot help how we're born, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean,
We're not
shit.
gonna do
I like my nose. I like my lips and all that. But I mean, at the end of the day, come on, man. You're promoting things that don't help people that, guess what? You probably have about 15, 20 years left. If life goes the way it's supposed to. You know, I can't tell God to do what he's supposed to. But the way we look at it, he's an older gentleman.
Yes, yes.
He should be gone, you know, before we. He's leaving those legacies that is going to be hard for us to fight.
Yeah.
But, ladies and gentlemen, I gave too much of the emotion monologue this morning. We're going to pop it over to Miss Rosalind, and we're going to get it in, baby. How you doing?
I am doing well, thank you. First, I want to give a shout out to Miss Thompson, who is on our stream. Thank you, Miss Brenda Thompson, for calling in or being on our Facebook stream. And also, I want to just tap in for our Rosalind report this evening, October 30th, Friday at 8. What time are we? 8:07. So, no problem. So, just for those that may not have known, I am the state manager for the National Urban League. Reclaim your vote. And today we have an amazing event. What is Reclaim or Vote Now Rally at Carwell, which is the rec center located in the Brightmoor community. It was amazing. We were there from 12 to 3 p.m. It is a voting drop box, and it is a satellite location for individuals that were not aware of that. And so what we just wanted to do is just thank everyone, those that was coming out, getting their voice heard. What we were able to do is just call individuals in that area, because a lot of people did not know that Brightmoor almost a month ago had about 3,000 individuals that had not still voted since 2012. So we felt that it was a good area just to reach and to just say, come on out and vote. And if you do, you get some PPEs, you'll get some shirts, and guess what? Sweet Potato Sensation was able to come out, and we ordered some couple pies for everybody, and it gave them a few pecan candy pies and sweet potato pies. They are amazing. And so also our amazing Rashida Tlaib, our congresswoman, came out. She talked to voters after they voted about additional questions they had about things that were on the ballot. And Aaron Hall, Councilman Tate's representative, came out and had a great conversation. And Doug Russell from Detroit Block Work came out, and also from the Northwest Detroit Activity, Northwest CDC. So I just want to say thank you for everyone that came out, was able to give their time, their effort. It was cold, guys. I ranked the weather. It was between 45 and 48 degrees. So I appreciate everyone. But we literally touched over 50 individuals that came out to vote. And so we wanted to make sure that we let them know that we appreciate them. And this is another thing that I really wanted to uplift within this conversation. There was a large capacity of more inquiries about the state proposals that were on the back and the judges. And so I think we just need to do better in this next election round with educating our seniors about judges.
But see, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. First off, let me say, No disrespect. Ladies and gentlemen, this is WJZZ Cool TV, and you are watching The Quarantine. And you can reach us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and all top social media platforms, including Twitch. Let's get back to that. Is that more of a candidate issue if you don't
No,
reach
these are
certain?
proposals.
No, I mean, I'm saying candidate with judges and proposals
Yes, yes.
because a lot of people don't know about a lot of these judges.
Okay, yes. Mm-hmm.
And, I get kind of confused sometimes because I do see some of these judicial candidates in certain places, but they don't really give out what the hell they stand for if they're pushing certain kind of change within their judicial, whatever it is. So again, you have people out here just voting off of what they think they know and not really knowing what these judges stand for. Now, is that a ploy? Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, so like you're saying, one, you are correct. It really, at this point of what the political climate is, it does all lie on the actual candidate that is running. It is for them to get their name out, to educate the voter and to why they should vote for them. Right. But what I also want to lean towards, that I believe that when I say we should do better, I'm engaged with a lot of organizations, and we were really having a new conversation about Victoria Burton Harris, right? Mm-hmm. Which was a new attorney that was coming against Kim Worthy.
Should have won night
yes,
before.
I voted for her also.
Next day, woke up and all these votes came out of nowhere.
Yes,
Same thing happened to you.
Same thing happened to me, y'all. I just had two people today to say, you won that, right? How you feel about that when you woke up? But anyway, we're going to transition. Point being, so having these qualified candidates being brought to the table. But then what we realize is that in the transition of the power, a lot of other residents aren't really educated.
Do you mind steering this conversation real quick? For some reason, I have some people saying they can't get in this building, so I have to go get them. I'll be right back.
Yes.
Anything for TV. This is how it goes.
So we can go let our guests in. And so while we wait, we can update and have the report of the COVID-19 report, and so everyone that the numbers are going up, and we are very intentional on making sure that we stay safe and healthy. Oh, here's our guest right here. Awesome. Oh, yes, both of our guests are here.
You were featured on the record. Come on.
Oh. Awesome. We would have. We would have moved it.
Yeah. Is that going to be too many folks in here?
No.
No. You know what? Let me move down. This makes it more sense.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yes.
I just want to let you all know that we have been
you
graced.
know what? I was already touching this one though, so it makes sense. Go ahead, come on over.
With presents from
We don't have to sanitize you. Come on over here.
You have to sanitize?
I don't have to sanitize it. Come on. I didn't touch it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, our guest.
Our guest plus one. And this plus one is a very important. Both of them are important. But we're going to get it going.
Yes,
we have in our studio tonight Mr. Charles Scales and the commissioner of the Detroit Entertainment Commission. Oh, we got to get you in the view.
Yep, we can't see it.
She got all this hair. You got to get her in here.
There we go.
Is she in there? Oh, there we go.
There
come on, some more.
go.
There she go.
Okay.
You can't see yourself.
There you go.
We definitely
Come
don't
on,
want her missing out.
put your chair
Oh,
in.
there it is.
Just kick my purse out the way Sunday.
Commissioner of the Detroit Entertainment Commission. Wait a minute. Chairwoman. Let me get this right.
Thank you.
Chairwoman. This isn't a chairman. This is a chairwoman.
Come on. There we go. Knowledge
Detroit Entertainment
stats.
Commission. Miss Gwen Scales. I want to thank you both for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having us.
First off, I hate that I had to find out the way that I found out. You all have been involved with my bloodline for quite some time. I found out.
Yes.
You know, Ron Otis, or I like to call him Rotis.
Are you listening, Ron?
I'm sure he'll be somewhere.
Is an excellent drummer, an excellent musician, producer, and writer, and everything. And I've had the pleasure of working with him live and in the studio on some of his projects, and he's played on a lot of our projects. Gwen's got an upcoming CD, and he's featured on a couple of those cuts. I think Yes We Can. He's on that.
Wow.
And he's on
Awesome.
Sunday Kind of Love. No, that's Gene Dunlap, I think, on that one. But he's featured on a few of my songs on my upcoming CD. So he's quite a guy.
I just want to send a shout out to my uncle out there. When I see you, we're going to have a conversation because you ain't telling me you're doing all this stuff. And I hate to find out like this, but if I break a pinky or something, you can't play drums no more. So anyway, thank you all for coming again. Let me first get a background behind you all because I want to make sure that people know who we're dealing with. Mm-hmm. We're not dealing with just some people that just came out of nowhere. Okay. Can you all give me a background of what you all do? Well, you've been here before, but it don't matter. I'm going to start with the surgeon.
That's right.
Hey.
I like what you said. You kind of slipped. You said black ground, and I like that.
Yes, sir. That's what it is.
There we go, the black ground.
That's what it is. I like black ground.
You know. I started playing about 2 weeks ago, and I've been really enjoying it. I've made quite a name for myself, and it's been hell of a 2 weeks. So,
I can take this on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So for some years ago, I was intoxicated with the music. I started playing as a child and playing over my grandma's house after church, and my folks said he might have something going on here. I started taking formal lessons, and then of course when you get to be a teenager, you want to just play basketball and
yes, sir.
And chase the girls, and playing basketball was okay. Chasing girls wasn't working too well until I joined this band in high school, and then the girls lost their mind. And I became a rock star, and then I loved it. So
Of course.
and I got the
Became
best
a
one
chick
of all
magnet.
later. But
Yeah.
that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, chick magnet.
Yeah, exactly. What did Miles? I forget. They were interviewing some guy. Said, "What do you do music for? Is it for the extemporaneous improvisation? Is it for the compositional arrangements?" He said, "I do it for the chicks." Anyway, that's another story.
That's Miles.
That was Miles. Yeah, one of those guys.
Yes,
So,
sir.
but fell in love with it, and in high school started a band, and I wanted to be a doctor, wanted to do some other things, and it just kind of stayed with me through college. I switched into the music school, then I started really getting involved in composition arranging. I graduated from the University of Michigan
Yes, sir.
with a degree in composition and arranging, and I was a piano performance major and played a couple other instruments, and then from there worked through a career of just working both in live performance and in studio performance as a composer, arranger. I've had a studio downtown before doing commercial jingles and things like that. So
I think I read something that said something about you were affiliated with some people from Eastern Michigan at one point.
Well, you know what? I do know some folks at Eastern, and I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity.
Right.
Exactly. So there was a band that was at Eastern Michigan at the time, at Solid Force, and I used to play with that band. So
Are you frat brothers with Councilman Roy McCulliston?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
That's where that
Look
comes
at
from. That's why I was
there.
looking. I'm thinking Kappa Alpha Psi. That sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's it.
There.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know Keith Williams.
Oh yeah.
Look at there.
All right. So we're gonna move on.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Small world. Detroit is very small.
So first off, they are here because they've done a protest song called "Stand Up," and I want you all to know that's what this was all about. How do you all feel about the political climate right now?
Well, it's very volatile.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it quite this volatile, and it starts at the top. And
Yes, sir.
it starts with setting the tone for the whole nation with tolerance and things. We all sometimes have our differences and things, but you need to have some unifying forces, and we seem to have a divisive force guiding this country, and
Yes, sir.
so it's very disconcerting. In fact, I was in church one day. The minister was saying, we're having a virtual services, so we've been filming on these Wednesdays, and what the minister was talking about, just what can you do to help change the climate, and we're looking at all the protest videos and with all the events surrounding like Breonna Taylor and surrounding George Floyd and things like that. One day it just kind of hit me. You know what? We can write a song, and through this pandemic, one of the things about the pandemic is not being able to really engage in performances that has allowed me to get into my studio and look at a lot of creative works that I had created. And so I've been going through back catalogs of all kind of stuff, and I found this song that I had penned a few years ago, okay? And it was just an idea of a song, but it was called Stand Up, and it was during when Newt Gingrich and those people were wrecking havoc. And I was trying to say, we gotta start, our civil liberties are being eroded, and things are going backwards. Affirmative action things are going away, and it's not good. We seem to be going backwards and not forward, and this is just so. But I never did anything with it, so I pulled the song up and I said, Gwen, listen to this little thing. And it just had a little stand up, and I had a couple little pieces of verses, and that's kind of cool. Okay, didn't think about it. Then a month later, I'm going through lyric folders, and I'm finding this scratch pad, all these lyrics, and I matched it up. I said, I think these are lyrics to that song. So a couple months ago, I'm talking with my daughters, and we decided, you know what? The minister keeps saying you need to do something. I said, how can you can volunteer and you can do things, but then as a one-on-one, how can I reach a lot of people and maybe encourage people to continue to stand up for their civil liberties, to not take it. They've been trying to paint the whole protest thing in a negative light.
Yes, sir.
People are protesting, and they either send people to be disruptive, or sometimes you do have a few bad eggs, okay? But you can't let them define the whole movement and the purpose of the movement.
Absolutely.
I mean, they went through that in the 50s and 60s with trying to paint those as negative and violent things, when no, they were just people who were saying, look, we're tired of taking less, we're tired of being discriminated against, so we need to stand up. And so this song is sort of an anthem to that. You see people marching, and I kind of took that tempo, and I'm like, so that's kind of how we got to this piece.
Okay.
That was a long answer to whatever you asked.
No, I mean, you pretty much answered a lot of the questions I was going to ask, so I appreciate it. Now
just to add, we actually have been doing once a month with different panelists. We've been doing discussion on racism, white privilege. Okay? We just had one last night, and we have a wonderful police officer from the Washtenaw County area, Sergeant Rusk, and he was a wealth of information, and we were talking just about that, about the protest, and we don't hear this because the news doesn't tell us, but there are mental health portions of the police now are being trained because they can't do everything.
Right.
We understand that, and just like he said, you can't have a few running over roughshod over anytime you go out to protect others, you're putting your life
most
on
of the people.
Most of the people. So that's not an
police
issue.
Police are good,
But there's got to be more. There's got to be more positive language around it, and there has to be more instead of misinformation and disinformation. There has to be information that is correct, that's coming to the people, not through someone's agenda. I always tell the people, be careful when you get your news. Make sure it's not someone's agenda.
Yes,
okay?
Right.
So you want to know what the police are doing? Have them come and talk to your students in your school. Okay? And so that's what we're doing. One of our panelists is her name is Robin McCoy. You should have her on the show. She is fantastic. And she goes into schools, kids, black men, young men, what to do when they're stopped by the police. What do you do? We don't know, but she teaches you. She tells you what your rights are. And we were talking about this new app, this Siri app, that all you got to do is download it, and if you get stopped, you say, Siri, I've just been stopped by the police. What you do is you want your location.
Look at that.
Immediately. So it makes sure that is noted in the phone. It starts the video and sends it an emergency. You give an emergency number to someone to be contacted immediately. that you've just been stopped. Okay,
I
now
like
this
that.
is out now.
Yeah, I
Okay?
like that.
So
we
these
gotta,
are the things
we gotta
that
talk more about
right,
that. Yeah.
definitely.
Now, and
Real quick, I'm gonna do something before we
Okay.
get in trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Quarantine on WJZZ Cool TV,
Cool
and you can
TV.
catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and all top social media platforms. But I'm sorry, right back to you.
I was going to say, it's an indictment of our society that you even have to download an app.
Yes.
It is.
Because
It is.
you're
it
being
is.
stopped by the people who are
Supposed to
entrusted to
Yes,
serve
sir.
and protect, not
yes.
intimidate and harass.
Absolutely.
Okay,
That's right.
so that's the tragedy
It is.
behind that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. I know this is the name of the song, but what's the name of the song again for anybody that's listening?
It is called Stand Up.
Okay. I think we have it. Is this the one that says by vocal?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
play
we're
it.
gonna play a little bit of this song for you real quick. So, Roslyn.
Is it?
We actually have a video. Because the video is very
Oh, you want to
powerful.
hear it full fidelity? Or?
Yeah, they get it.
Can you hear it? You hear what they hear.
Is that you on there singing in the background?
Listen, I'll tell you where I am. Gotta keep moving.
That's you.
How you know that?
I've heard you before. It's a summertime song.
That sounds good.
Oh, you can see it.
Cheating.
The video really sells it. The video is very powerful.
What's in the video?
That's what we
You watching it? What's in the video?
Oh yes, it actually has like posters and different filmage through different events and protests and actually incidents that's been going on throughout the year of 2020, and basically proclaiming that we should be standing up and giving examples throughout the country and so forth, with different races and different cultures moving and working together. So yes, this is an amazing song. Yep, and then here we go. Here go this ending part. You hear that? They had that little rock the vote at the end.
actually for 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute song.
Well, this is the
Oh no,
4-minute
this one.
version.
Yeah, this was the 4-minute version.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, rock and roll is on there.
I think it's closing out now. Yeah,
You know, I just really think it's a shame that we have to do stuff like this still.
yeah, it is. Especially like you're saying, knowing that we literally have to say to stop the shooting, stop the killing at this capacity of what's going on. So
Like-
these songs are very still relevant, constantly to be speak to our culture.
As a 30-something-year-old man, I mean, black man, I just have to ask, at one point does this not become part of society that's just so casual? You know, you had a guy that just got, we going to talk about it later on.
Mr. Wallace.
They got killed in Philly the other day.
We talked about that last night.
You know, I don't understand how, as police officers, you know what situation you're going into, and then this man still ends up dead. If
Now-
he was that much of a threat, you could have sat in your car.
They are not trained for that.
That's it. See,
They are trained when they go
shoot
in.
and kill.
They are not trained to deal with those mental health issues. Okay, Philly does. I don't think we talked about that last night. Whether or not
It
they
got a different
had
structure.
whether their officers had that training. You know, they get 40. In order to be in some of these, they get 40 hours of training, and then 8 hours, and they have to re-up 8
Right.
hours a year. Really?
Yeah.
Does that make you an expert with that type?
But
No, it
It
doesn't.
takes a life.
But you
But
know,
it's a reaction.
Right.
And
But-
so someone also asked, well, can we train you to shoot him in the leg instead of in the head?
That's it,
But
right
it's
there.
not. No, they don't. They
No,
can't.
they're not, because that's not part of the training.
Right, that is not. They are told to.
Shoot and kill.
But at one point, you're a human, so I don't care what training you boil down to. You know how not to shoot somebody in the head.
But
You know how not to shoot somebody in the chest.
so what?
No,
What?
I got training too, but I.
She's going right to the point of why the.
No, I
big
mean I
company-
get it and I understand,
The-
but then this becomes a point of it steps out of training in your heart. In your heart,
They're-
you know what you're into. I don't give a damn. I'm sorry. I don't care how much you're trained. You know not how to kill somebody.
Yeah.
I know how not to kill somebody. I'm pretty sure you have a gun. I mean, not saying that you have a gun, but you know what I mean. You know how not to kill somebody. So, you're not talking about people that should not have compassion. Okay, you were trained to neutralize a threat, but where was the threat when you were 20, 30 feet away?
Yeah, see, I'm gonna go somewhere where a lot of people think and don't say. So I'm gonna say it out loud.
Say it.
We know a lot of people that are on the police force are not as courageous as we know them to be, right? I'm gonna keep that 100, right? A lot of us realize individuals sometimes take those roles, take the shield and the gun, and actually hide behind that. So when sometimes infiltration in situations come, they are actually more fearful and intimidated of it. I'm going to keep that real. And so like you're saying, when a normal person would say, let me reassess the situation, number one thing, fear comes up.
Right.
So when we say, why don't we we need new level of training and new policy, and then we need mental training. Because one, you're also dealing with a normal human being yourself. Just like you said, I got compassion, but something else comes over and takes over. So now we'll say we got a cop that is actually at a high capacity. He may have years and experience, so definitely he's going to deal with things differently. And I can speak as a police liaison and actually with the MPOs that are actually trained at the level and capacity, and they have years of experience to come into situations. But if we look at the history of what's been going on, the individuals that been trigger happy, that been killing people at high rates, they are young, they have lack experience, and if you look at their track record in high school, we're not going to go there.
Well, there's definitely, that is a whole nother show.
Yes.
But let's get back to the song.
I'm sorry. But we just wanted to go, like we saying, what's going on in the community.
Right,
But
and-
definitely, we want to give acknowledgement
Okay.
to the song because it lifted up so much of what we're dealing with. But saying stand up.
Yes.
Stand up to it. See, and that's why the conversation got steered because we saying we standing up to certain things we
now,
identified.
and it starts It starts with standing up. It starts with marching because that initiates your activism,
Right.
Yes,
your involvement. But it doesn't stop there. Like, okay, the police thing is a multi-level. We can't just blame the police officer. It's got to be. It's all the way down. It's how they look. Okay, first of all, police officers, they're not psychologists and psychoanalysts.
Nope.
You're not sending that person in.
Right.
Plus, what you pay an entry level police officer, it don't pay that kind of money. Some of these people took a job.
Glad you went there. Come on.
They're not like, they just took a job.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so now you put them in a situation where they think they might be killed. They're going to kill first.
Yes.
So training. So the whole thing has got to be thought out from the top down.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, it was a
like
shame
that.
that they said.
Totally, yeah.
I mean, we have to reassess who we're putting on the street, how we're hiring, how we're training them, what their really job is. Do we send a team in for everything?
That's right.
Yes.
Someone who's more a psychologist than someone
Right,
who's
right,
just
right.
a
And they
guy.
do now in Washington.
You
Now,
know.
they actually call. They do have now a force that they'll call if they've been called
If it's
in,
a
say,
dis-
like a Walter
So-
Wallace situation. That there's a mental health issue there and he's armed. They would have made this call.
Yes.
So
now,
what-
see, I'm about to say, did you see the news today that we had a barricaded situation with a gentleman
Oh, on the
that
east
had on the east side that had mental health issues, and see if we had that example set in our policies for Detroit or Wayne County, they could do what Washtenaw County was doing.
Yep.
But what did she say? Policies.
You
And
know,
that's what it boils down to, the policies.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. So when it came down, when they started saying we want to defund the police, that was really that was poor marketing.
Yes.
Because we don't want to defund the police.
There we go.
Still need
Come
the
on.
police, and we
Tell
don't want to
us.
say refund because then that might
Right.
say
Bring our money
something
back.
else.
We wanna
But
allocate
we
funds.
want to
There you
reallocate
go.
how we're appropriating funds to the
Yes,
police
sir.
department so that we can do a better job with its citizens. That's when how you say that quickly. That's up to a marketing.
It must
specialist.
be some kind of
Okay,
Otis
but-
concept because I'm going. Because I was actually just getting ready to say that.
How
That
do you
boils
say it
down
quickly?
to the
Yeah.
whole
Exactly.
situation of
There's
where
another-
people are hollering
There's another
defund.
part of that came up last night, and that was why are there societies, a lot of European societies, where the police officers don't go in with assault rifles and they don't even have guns. They have a bully stick, and that starts, like you said, from the top down.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
to injure a police officer,
Yes.
it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's over for you and a whole bunch
Yep.
of people.
Absolutely.
It starts from the top down with laws that say this person doesn't have to feel threatened because we got his back.
Right.
There we go.
Okay.
There we
so
go.
How is it that then even in Canada, they're in certain cities, they're used to they in some of their larger metropolitan areas now, and they had to arm their police, but they were years without doing that. Okay. So you know, but look at England. Look at some of our European neighbors. Some countries they're not armed.
No, they're not. And
Yeah,
look,
but those I think those countries aren't armed either. Okay.
we're
Even the
America.
occupants of
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So we know we the
Exactly.
old Wild
That's a
Wild
whole
West.
different
Come on
thing.
now, yeah, we're
Exactly.
American.
Yes.
What are we literally talking about just in 48 hours about banning the open carry ban?
Right,
That is
right.
just something that's still hot right now on our legal conversation. So, but like you're saying, the marching, the activism,
Yes.
the engagement starts the conversation, and it's not just
Yes.
anger.
Yes.
You steer that energy towards, like we say, policy creation.
Policy
Get into
creation.
spaces that say we're no longer taking this no more, and we
Right,
want the
right,
change.
Right.
There is a line
Exactly.
in the song that says "Time to educate."
Come on.
Time to,
That-
that's in the video, and you see a little kid, and you see the word "educate," and you see "read" spelled
Read
out.
more.
Read.
Come on.
Okay.
How long
And
I've been
so-
talking about that?
Yes.
Right.
That's it right there.
As a matter of fact, there's a lady. Her name is Alma Greer. She has a literacy program called Read, 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 and they go in and they sponsor. They go into schools and they get young men. They get black mentors to go in and read, help the young men, and
Yeah.
it's male right now. They want our young black men to be able to read. Okay.
See, that's
Have to-
so needed.
have to be able to.
So needed.
Ladies and gentlemen, and I hate to do this, period. But I wish we had some kind of commercial break, because I don't know why my daughter keep calling me. I gotta go check on, figure out what's going on. This is WJZZ Cool TV, and you are with us at the quarantine, and with our special guest, Mr. Charles Scares, and Detroit Entertainment Commission Chairwoman, Miss Gwen Scales. And you can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and all top social media platforms. Do you all have any closing remarks before we go into this?
Well, you know, I'd just like to let everybody know that if they want to view the video, they can please go. It's on. If you go to our Facebook page, Charles and Gwen Scales, or go to the Big Axel Music Facebook page. Our record label is Big Axel Music. It was released on that label, or BAM.
Okay.
Yes, right.
Just remember BAM.
Bam.
Over
That's
on
it.
Illinois?
No. Big Axel Music.
Big
It's
Axel
it's a
Music.
record
Big
label.
Okay,
Axel
okay.
Music.
I know it's a place over here on Livernois. I didn't know if that was y'all or not.
But they're I think they go under BAM, but that's under something else. But
They're something artist management.
right.
Okay,
They're
okay,
artist
okay,
management
okay,
company,
okay,
yes,
okay.
But the Big Axel Music.
Okay.
And we just BAM.
Bam.
Awesome.
And so if you go to our Facebook page or go to that, you can it's got everything. You can view the video. You can
awesome.
purchase. You know, we want to encourage people to buy stuff. We're donating some of the proceeds to social change causes.
Awesome.
So we're using this
Yep.
as a platform to try to initiate some things on our own. So
Okay.
yeah.
I
Any
love the song.
last words from you, Miss Chairwoman?
I just say stand up and vote.
Oh,
Please vote.
ladies and
Exactly.
gentlemen.
If you don't, it's like if you don't vote on November 4th, I don't want to hear you cry.
November 3rd.
November 3rd.
Yeah, yeah.
November 4th, we expect 45 to be crying.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
That's what she
Well,
was
that's
saying.
what I'm saying.
oh, he.
No, I'm just saying you have to do what you're going to do on the 3rd.
Oh yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So on
Yes,
the
ma'am.
4th.
On
Yeah.
the
Gonna be
4th,
crying.
you won't be crying.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, 45. Thank you all for coming in tonight.
Yes,
and
thank you.
if
It's
you
really
all
a
want to
privilege.
check that video out, I will be having it posted around. We're going to put it on the WJZZ Cool TV
Yes.
page.
Please.
Yes.
And
we will share it
make
out.
sure that
so you
word
guys can
gets
see
out,
it.
because this is
awesome.
a very, very, very important
We
election.
want it viewed across the world. We want it viewed, and we've got friends in South Africa. We've
Oh.
got friends in
We want
Hong
people
Kong.
to
you
by
know,
standing up.
right.
Voting is
Yeah,
the
'cause
first
they're
way
going
you
through the
standing
same
up.
thing.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
protests there, and definitely they're experiencing. For those of you that have been to South Africa, you have to go to Robben Island and see where Mandela was incarcerated, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful experience, but they're going through the same.
It's very enlightening, definitely.
Well, I want to thank you all for coming again tonight and gracing us with your presence.
Yes.
You could have been
Thank you for
anywhere.
inviting us.
Come
Well,
on.
inviting
Thank you.
Mrs. Scales. We know that you're
Anytime.
It's my Uber
Yes.
driver.
I am the-
Yeah, I found that out earlier. And I didn't know what to say, so I said I left it there.
Yes, but we gotta have her come on too. Also, the
Yeah,
chairwoman.
honestly, we need. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yes, we gotta
I'm
get
leaving
her
it
on.
on tonight, but we're gonna grow this
See, there's the
entertainment
invite,
commission. I
so
know
she'll
that.
be coming up soon.
We
yes.
definitely gonna grow this Detroit Entertainment Commission. Y'all hear it?
Yes.
Detroit Entertainment Commission. We have one.
Yeah, see, that's a real conversation.
She's been
right
here
there,
before,
ladies and
but if
gentlemen.
you didn't realize who it is, guess what? This is the chairwoman of the Detroit Entertainment Commission. Don't make me say it again. Detroit Entertainment Commission. So
yes, I'm
again,
honored to meet her.
I thank you, Mr. Scales, for coming in.
Thank
Pretty
you for having
look,
us, Scales.
Yes.
I'm adopting tonight. This is my uncle, so this is Uncle Charles Scales
There you
because
go.
he plays so much with my
Uncle
uncle.
Charles.
So
That's
right.
right.
this is my auntie over here. She's very important people.
See, fam, I love it.
That's
I
right.
love it.
So thank you all again for coming in. Rosalind, I'm gonna run off for a couple minutes, figure out what this little girl of mine's want. I wish we had some kind of thing or something to put on real
Oh yeah,
quick.
no, we'll make a transition.
Well, too
I'll
bad
find
we
some.
can't do the video.
Yes,
Can we
Yeah.
play the video?
I was
I don't-
just about
Can you
to
can
say.
you play it?
I have
direct?
my
I had
tablet.
it.
We haven't got up to that
I
point
had it
yet.
up
I
already.
actually have it on my tablet. If you
I-
have,
And she
I
already
don't know
have it up.
if they can link it up from out there.
I had it up, but when I transitioned, let's see, it just.
That way they could get the full
But
fidelity.
yeah.
I don't even know if they
But
can.
yeah, I don't think
I'll
so.
tell you what. we'll go out.
I was about to say, we go out here
And then he
see if
can
they
lift
link
it
something
up exactly as
Right,
we
and
make sure, like you
that's
say, we make this transition and still make sure
Ladies
we
and
connect
gentlemen.
with our viewers. But we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
You all know this face. It ain't going nowhere. This is the same broken face y'all been seeing for quite some time. I just need to check on my babies, and that's important to me. So,
Oh, absolutely. Family first, ladies and gentlemen. So we just say thank you.
I don't play
Yes,
that.
thank you.
My baby's a
We
teenager.
appreciate you,
It's a girl.
Mrs. and Mr. Scales, coming in
It's a girl.
at the quarantine.
I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Right back. Have this moment. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah, don't leave nothing now. Oh, be careful. And they don't want you to go. It's and grab you.
Grabbing my hair and making it slip off. Pull this over, see?
Say yes.
All right.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, we do.
Yeah, this platform, we're going to be doing getting it back online in January. Yes. Around MLK Day, and then definitely for Black History Month.
I'm on. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yes. So we thank you everyone for joining in. If you just tuned in, we were just transitioning out from Mr. Charles Scales, and he was just presenting with us his song Stand Up. It was amazing. It is basically, to me, I feel like it was an amazing protest song. And basically having the conversation of us standing up for what we believe. And it had a beautiful video. And hopefully within a couple minutes we may get it posted. And when we also had chairwoman, Mrs. Scales, also from the Detroit Entertainment Commission. And so that was amazing for having her here. And Dre has just returned. We're going to tune back into our conversation.
All right, let's get ratchet.
Back at it. Back at it, Dre.
It's time to get ratchet. Ladies and gentlemen, election 2020 is around the corner. We literally have a few days to get there.
What are we, 3 days and counting?
I think it's 3.
3 days.
No.
4 days. Less than 100 hours.
Well,
that's what they told
I was
me.
about to say, do you really count it 3 days with the time that we have right now? Because I mean, right now people basically can't vote at this hour.
Yeah,
so,
we can vote. So that
no,
was
I'm saying like in person. Like right now, the early polls are shut down. It's past 8 o'clock, right?
Oh well, yeah. Talking about tonight.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, that's
yes.
what I'm saying.
I'm thinking he's still
No,
talking about 'cause
no.
tomorrow you can still vote at your satellite locations,
yes,
ladies
yes.
and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't let me get you confused.
Yes.
You can still vote tomorrow. What I'm saying is, as of tonight.
Yeah, the polls are closed. They close at 6 o'clock.
What is it? 3 days, pretty much.
Yes.
'Cause
Saturday,
you don't have
Sunday.
No, can you vote Sunday? Early
Is it
voting
satellite? Well, you can drop your drop box off. I'm not sure. I didn't drop my cards. That's what happened when you clean your purse, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
thought on Sunday it was
The
closed.
satellite locations are closed on Sunday.
The drop boxes are still open, but the satellite
All right.
location, I believe,
But
are
you
closed on
still can
Sunday.
deliver the ballot.
Right.
So, like we saying, if we just count up to the actual days you can go in, so you have Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday are the last days we can go in person. But yeah, Sunday you can drop that ballot off. Drop it like it's hot.
So I mean,
ladies and gentlemen.
as of right now,
And I voted. I left my little stick in the car, but I
80
did vote.
million ballots across America have already been put out. Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
80 million plus, not just 80 million, even 80 million plus. 57 million are mail-in ballots, with 28 million plus being in person. Now, this is what makes me nervous.
Yeah, what makes you nervous? Talk about some facts here.
We're dealing with people that are literally saying they want to just deal with what happens on election day and election night.
Yeah.
And again, like I said earlier, when you go and say that, there's a bunch of races that you cut out, but the most important one to people right now is what? The presidential race. So if I was one of those people that cast a ballot, we got what?
She said 5 minutes. I guess.
I'm gonna let it slide.
5 minutes for commercial, ladies and gentlemen.
How do we then allow these people to come along? I mean, at this point, it's not really allowed because Amy Coney Barrett is on the Supreme Court.
Yeah, so what do we say? That we must educate the residents. I think before we had the transition of informing the residents on who these candidates are. We were saying that it actually does lean in kind of majority of the responsibilities on the candidate itself to let the voter know who they are and what they stand for, right? But we also understand that there's another, I don't want to say entity, but there are other influences that can shift the dynamics of real true campaigns or making sure information comes
today. You got Lil Wayne that just popped up
out of nowhere. But I'm glad you dropped that because Lil Wayne can't speak politics for the black community, really.
Guess what?
He can be an influencer and pull people out to vote. But if they start reading
people that look like me and you that say, guess what?
I'm voting for Trump because Lil Wayne
went and met with Donald Trump. Because he went and met with Donald Trump,
Lil Wayne
we should listen to him and Ice Cube. It doesn't matter about...
I'm going to keep it 100. So, the last thing I heard about Lil Wayne, that he be highly on drugs.
Shit, I mean...
He be highly on drugs.
You thought
he
I was going to say he's not?
And he be highly on drugs. I thought he was in a coma the last time I heard. So, thank God bless his soul for him being healthy. You hear what I'm saying? Coming back at it. But all I know is the kids be talking about this Cerbert and all the pills they be talking about. Point being, I came back to the mindset of how is he now popping up talking about political satire and what our communities needs. And he has not been at the forefront of the table talking about housing security, talking about water affordability. The message Lil Wayne got, he got more money than Jaden, right? Now, every time we look up, the Will Smith son Jaden is consistently supporting Flint for any endeavors that they do. You see where I'm going? But now we talking about Trump. Here he come popping about the woodworks. Why we couldn't get these rappers and these high-level influencers to come and show up and show out and actually build infrastructures to support our people. Housing, sustainability projects, and developments that we own, we possess, and we ran. We don't need Trump for any of these
But that's my point right now. Where the hell have you been?
That's why I'm saying you can't pop up now and think you gonna speak for somebody.
But my problem is this: you know what? I don't care. Fight me. You extra third eye woke, crazy name Mfu Mazi Chazi Mpu Tinku Mpu Tinku and Dinku Tinu and all them people, man. All the ones that got all these third eye woke names. And Shimbu to Pampa and all them. Man, you out here supporting Donald Trump, but you so woke. You got your third eye and all this. But guess what? You want to talk about Joe Biden and how racist he was for 47 years, but you same bastards ain't out here indicting the person we got in office for 4 years right now. I don't hear you talking about the person that we have currently. Everybody just keep talking about the past.
Yeah, and we're not in the now. And then they're pulling up old footages
of
that. And I'm glad we going there. That the John and the what's his name? I don't know. I want to call his name, but
Jimmy John, John.
That with the Gary Peters. It's time for us to have a full conversation with our residents that know that we not got to make sure Gary Peters remain in his seat. We know Debbie Stabenow is our senator, and she is our U.S. senator as representative. But just recently today on the radio, Jimmy James had the audacity to try to come hard at her. And this is what we're trying to say, is that he's not coming with any policies. He's just coming with strategic tactics and assaults and the lies that he's digging up. If he's not moving on stuff that's really innately connecting to us, we should be turning the channel every time he come on. Go ahead.
This guy say he from 6 Mile and Woodward. Who you know from 6 Mile and Woodward? Unless you dress and look a certain kind of way.
And you ready for this? I just heard that Jimmy James is old money. Oh yeah. I said, oh really? I said that pot look like they just throwing money. They's like, yeah, you don't know who his uncle is. So see, what I realize is when you follow the money, you understand it's not just the Republican dollars that he has that's backing him. He has also a family financial